In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, this is Lancaster County football presented by Mike Drago Sports. Tonight, it's the Hempfield Black Knights taking on the Manheim Township Blue Streaks. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast. It's a fun one tonight. As it has been all season long, Manheim Township comes into this one tonight with a record of 4 wins and 0 losses, and they had a close one just 1 week ago against Plymouth Whitemarsh. 20-18 was the final score of that one. Hempfield, on the other hand, they come in with a record of 2-2. Declan Clancy, the man that you need to talk about here tonight, 33 carries, 188 rushing yards. He got the job done, and that's an understatement. Clearly leading the way, rushing the football, also had a catch coming out of the backfield as well. And here are some of the highlights from a week ago. He's the senior leader on this team. Again, 2 senior leaders graduate, and Clancy steps up in a big way. We mentioned the 33 carries and 188 yards for Clancy a week ago. He has 4 100-yard rushing games so far this season, and tonight he'll look to make it 5 against a Hempfield team that, to be quite honest with you, has gone back and forth. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. That's the story how it's been so far. They're coming off a 58-21 victory just 1 week ago, and we'll see if their offense is able to keep the hot streak going here tonight. Manheim Township and Hempfield, again, we talked about it, put out a poll, 77% of you guys think that Manheim Township will win this game here tonight, and it's hard to argue that considering the powerhouse that they have here in front of their home crowd. We'll have quick off shortly right here from Manheim Township High School. And a quick shout out to the sponsors before we leave you: Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, the Wild Missing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, the Surgical Institute of Reading, Mays Sandwich Shop, and of course the Bulldog Hour. Stay with us, everyone. Quick break. We'll be back for kickoff right after this.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Henry. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
Tell me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery. where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We're a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome in, everyone. Hempfield and Manheim Township tonight in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Blue Streaks are 4-0. Hempfield comes in with a record of 2-2. Hempfield won the toss. They deferred. So Manheim Township will start their opening drive from the 20-yard line. Carson Weiser, the quarterback for Manheim Township this year. It's his first season as the starter. Declan Clancy gets his first carry of the game. He had 33 a week ago, and it's a short gain for the most part on first down. 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Clancy again. He'll try the far sideline, and he's up across the 30-yard line. It's a Manheim Township first down. So gains of 5 and 7 for Clancy on the first 2 plays from scrimmage on this drive. Clancy returns as a senior this year for Manheim Township, had over 1,000 yards rushing a season ago, and he was one of the best linebackers in the county as well last year. Weiser completes a pass, his first one of the game over the middle. Alignmo has his first catch of the game. Two plays in a row, 2 first downs for Manheim Township. They're moving the ball well against Hempfield. Hempfield, a team that our team here was able to broadcast one of their games against Governor Mifflin a few weeks back, and they were down early, came back, but the comeback fell just short as Governor Mifflin walked away with that victory, 28-23. And Clancy, again, showing his strength and power, moving forward across midfield and into enemy territory. So Manheim Township now with 3 first downs on this drive. A drive in that started on their own 20-yard line. Weiser was 10 of 16 a week ago with a touchdown, no interceptions, and that's kind of what he's been asked to do. Not make any mistakes, and sometimes being a game manager when you have the talent around you, such as he does, is super important. Haberbosch has the screen and chunk yardage play for a mini gain. Ball's on the 34-yard line. Weiser in the gun. Takes the snap, and he'll hand to Clancy. He's got some running room, and he's brought down just across the 30-yard line. Clancy, a 5'10 senior, 195 pounds. And he's a two-way player, and being able to excel at both of his positions, that being running back and linebacker, has been a huge positive for this Manheim Township team with big expectations here in 2024. Weiser again in the shotgun. He'll pitch it out to Clancy this time, and there's nowhere to go. He's brought down immediately. Hempfield finally has a positive play on defense. The Black Knights held their opponent to just 21 points last week, and I say just 21 because they scored 58, ran away with that one in the massive victory. Weiser's back to pass, and he's pressured off the edge. He'll scoop dish it to Clancy, and he's brought down in the backfield. So Weiser pressured by Weisglass and tried his best to make something out of nothing. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 16 for Manheim Township, as this drive, which started pretty much as positive as you could think, has now been put to a halt momentarily. Clancy in the backfield. Weiser scrambles to the near sideline, throws deep, and it's caught and into the end zone. Rodriguez is on the board for 6. So Weiser completes 3 passes on that drive, all to 3 different receivers, and it's Rodriguez who's rewarded with a touchdown. Extra point is good. And Morales connects. It's 7-0 Manheim Township. We'll step aside and see what Hempfield can do on their first offensive possession of the game right after this.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Johnny Morales getting set to boot this one away to Hempfield. Caban back to receive for the Black Knights. Again, 7-0 off the opening drive. 34-yard touchdown pass from Weiser to Rodriguez. And it's a booming kick into the Black Knights end zone, so the ball will come out to the 20. It's been the story of the season so far. Hempfield having some positive plays, and one of those things where you talk about a bend but don't break defense. This time, On a 3rd and 16, Weiser finds his man, and the Black Knights in the way, shooting themselves in the foot. Derek Catch, his first year under center as the Black Knights quarterback, will jog onto the field and try to play to the strengths of Hempfield. It's the trio of receivers they have in Charles, Margison, and Acevedo. Grayson Doyle also has been a big-time player on this offense so far this season from the running back position. And we have a whistle and a penalty marker down. So they'll back up the Black Knights by 5 yards. It's a legal formation. We've seen a lot of illegal formations in the NFL so far this season in 2024. And Hempfield, not what you want to see if you're Coach Ager on 1st and 10. So that'll bring up a 1st and 15. Catch will take it himself on the run-pass option. And it's a pretty solid game for Catch as he's up across. Looks to be just near the 25-yard line. So Clancy, we talked about him offensively in our open. And he's also one of the better linebackers you'll see here in Pennsylvania. He makes the tackle, and it'll bring up a 2nd down for Hempfield. Catch back to pass, looking to the sideline, and he's got a completion. It's Margison on the far sideline.
Gain of 6 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 28-yard line.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and short for Hempfield. Need to keep this drive alive and give your defense a breather. Definitely don't want to have a 3 and out, especially on the first drive of the game when you're trailing 7-0. Catch, back to pass to the far side, the near sideline. And it's complete and good enough for the 1st down. Orion Abrams gathers that one.
Tackle is made by number 22, Donnie Rodriguez. That'll be enough to move the chains. That is a Hempfield 1st down.
Big 3rd down conversion there from Hempfield. Moves the ball up to the 34-yard line after the 6-yard pickup. Hempfield last season with a record of 3-7. Obviously didn't meet expectations this year. They're 2-2, already picked up 2 wins, so they're on track to have a more successful season than last year. Catch replacing Jackson Landis, who graduated a season ago. And he takes it up across the 35-yard line. So with the departures of Landis and Walls a season ago in the backfield, it's up to Catch and Doyle to produce at a high level. And so far there's been some growing pains. Coach Ager in his 5th season for the Black Knights. It's been a work in progress so far. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. Doyle to the left of Catch. Catch, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, loses the handle of the football. And luckily this lineman's there to pick him up. And Hempfield will keep possession. LaRue pressured Catch and got his hand right on the football.
Ball heads back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 16.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 16 for for Hempfield. Manheim Township had a 3rd down and 16 on their first possession of the game, and they were able to convert. And not only that, they scored. So we'll see what Coach Ager and company draw up on 3rd and long. Catch, back to pass. He swings it out, and Doyle is brought down almost immediately. Manheim Township reads that one to perfection. Fernandez comes up with the tackle. And the Black Knights will have to punt it away. Well, you can't have penalties and mistakes. They'll definitely kill you, and you have a strip sack and a illegal formation penalty on that possession. Under 5 to play in the first quarter, and Hempfield looking to boot it away. It's not the best punt. And Manheim Township will get possession of the football in Hempfield territory.
Ball was down by Hempfield's number 82, Leighton Duncan. That will go down as a punt of 12 yards. Blue Streaks will take over on offense. 1st and 10, ball on the Hempfield 36-yard line.
So Weiser and company back to work. Mark Evans in his 13th season as the head coach of Manheim Township, and this is one of his better teams he's had, even with the departure of 2 of his best players a season ago. Not too much running room there for Clancy on 1st and 10.
Tackle made in part by number 59, Caleb Hernandez. Gain of 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Hempfield 34-yard line.
Only a 12-yard punt from Brady Bisco. And just like that, Manheim Township threatening in the red zone. Haberbosch has his 2nd completion of the game. So the Blue Streaks pick up a 1st down. 19-yard pickup on the screen pass from Weiser. Clancy looking for some running room, and there's minimal right in front of him. So on one side of things, you could talk about Clancy, who we highlighted in the opening, having 188 rushing yards. He's gone over 100 yards rushing in all 4 games so far this season for Manheim Township, and he hasn't had one of those runs yet. I know that's only been 2 possessions of the game, but so far for Hempfield, you have to be proud of the way you're fighting on defense with the rushing attack. It's really been the screen passes and Weiser killing them in the pocket. 2nd and 6, Weiser will hand to Clancy. He'll turn the corner. And we have a late penalty as Clancy's momentum is stopped right around the 5-yard line. Second penalty of the game, and we'll see what direction this goes. It's going to be a hold against Manheim Township. So the first penalty of the game for the Blue Streaks. They hurt their forward momentum on this drive.
Hold on blue. Still 2nd down.
Holding penalty will move the ball back to the 21-yard line.
It was a 10-yard penalty. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 16. Weiser back to pass. Looks to the end zone, and it's close. And Charlie Hill has his first reception of the game, the tight end for the Blue Streaks. Brought down right inside the 5-yard line. It's a 17-yard pickup for Hill. And now this is Clancy territory as we get closer and closer to the goal line for Manheim Township. It's a give to the fullback, and he's into the end zone. Taylor Bellaloo, listed at 5'10", 260 pounds. Not too many men are going to stop him. Well, Clancy used as a gadget player on that possession, and there's a late flag on the play. So they're starting to pile up now. And Manheim Township walking backwards now.
Unsportsmanlike foul on blue will be assessed on the kickoff.
So the penalty occurs after the score, and it's an unsportsmanlike penalty against Manheim Township. It'll be assessed after the kickoff. So it looks like Manheim Township's going to line up and just kick the extra point, not go for two. Not saying that they would early on in this ball game, but you never know. And Johnny Morales is on for the extra point. Wiser to hold. And the kick is up, and it's good. So Morales is 2 for 2 on extra points so far, and Manheim Township goes up 14-0. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
14-0 your score. Manheim Township leads on their home turf, and Hempfield will get the football back. Looking to spark their offense. Again, Manheim Township is 4-0 so far this season. Hempfield's 2-2. Hempfield, however, put up 58 points in a win a week ago. Obviously, this is a much different test on the road against the Blue Streaks. And Morales boots it away. And this time it's going to be returned. Pretty healthy return from Acevedo. And he's up across the 35-yard line.
Tackled by several defenders, including number 16, Luke Wagner.
Much better field position to start for Hempfield on their second possession of the game. Catch has rushed at a high level so far this season. And he's done so while racking up 9 touchdowns in the process on the ground. So he had a few attempts on the first possession of the game. Doyle, who in the beginning of the season, I know we're only 4 or 5 weeks into the season, but first week or two, he had plenty of rushing attempts, and now it's been Catch with the quarterback draws. And not much to show for it on that rushing attempt.
Tackled in tandem by number 89, Julian LaRue, and number 51, Thomas Capizzi.
Well, two weeks ago when we were in Landisville for Hempfield's game against Governor Mifflin, we saw Marguson and Charles get involved with the receiver positions, 2 seniors, both 6'3", near 200 pounds. So they have talent on the perimeter. And so far, they're not being utilized at a high level just yet. We'll see if that changes as this one goes on. Catch, back to pass. He'll go over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Margison. That's his first target of the game.
Number 13, Cam Margison, is ruled incomplete. The ball will head back to the 36-yard line where it will be 3rd down and 11.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. And Hempfield putting themselves in a hole early on. Empty backfield for Catch on 3rd and long. He'll scramble out to the near sideline. And he'll just have to heave it out of bounds. Great defense from Manheim Township on that possession. And they'll get the football back. Briscoe had a 12-yard punt his last time on the field. And he'll look for better results this time. So far, it's been a well-balanced attack. Again, if this is the first time you're seeing Manheim Township play, you have Weiser, who's a great pocket passer, and he's able to escape when need be. And, of course, you have Clancy in the backfield, one of the better running backs in the county. But I think so far it's been the defense that's also been equally as impressive for Manheim Township. And this punt was much better this time, as Feliciano was corralled momentarily inside the 25-yard line. He's able to scramble out for a much better gain than what it could have been at the start. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. It's been all Manheim Township so far. They've had the ball twice. They've scored a touchdown on both possessions.
10 yards will give the Blue Streaks the ball back on offense. 1st and 10, ball on their own 32-yard line.
Manheim Township has the ball on their own 31-yard line. Pre-snap motion. Ball goes to Clancy, and he'll pick up 1, maybe 2 on 1st down.
First met by number 32, Lucas Weisglass.
Weisglass in on the tackle.
2nd down and 10, ball remains at the 32-yard line.
So it's a 1-yard pickup for Clancy. And the clock continues to run here in the first quarter. Sling it out to the near sideline. And making one man miss, and then 2 is Haberstroh. And he'll take it all the way down the near sideline for a touchdown. Morales on for the extra point. It's up. And it's good. So Morales is 3 of 3 on extra points. And it's Haberbosch with the 68-yard touchdown. Again, simple out route. He makes 2 defenders miss and takes it to the house. That just shows you the talent from Manheim Township. But if you're on the Hempfield side of things, not being happy with that is an understatement. Next week, we'll have Wilson against Governor Mifflin. Wilson 3-1 on the season. Governor Mifflin 2-2. It'll be our 3rd time covering Governor Mifflin this season. We know how good Grady Gardner is in the backfield there, and the Bulldogs obviously have a stout defense. That'll be a fun one in the trenches.
Thank you to our Kickoff Classic Township Football Golf Tournament sponsors, My Home Property Management, and Haberbosch Helmet Crew.
Anytime you have a simple out route maybe about 5-6 yards or so, and your receiver's able to make a couple of defenders miss and take it to the house, you just sometimes shake your head as defensive coordinator.
Number 7, Johnny Morales getting ready to kick off.
So Morales will boot it away. And that'll go into the end zone for a touchback.
Kickoff is received behind the goal line. That'll be a touchback.
So the Black Knights scrambling on offense will have to try to put something together here. Their drive will start from their own 20-yard line. Catch takes the snap, will hand to Doyle. Doyle looking for some running room, and he has a small gain, maybe about 4 or 5 yards on first down.
Handoff is to number 3, Grayson Doyle. Tackled in tandem by number 1, Declan Clancy, and number 4, Darius Dixon.
Clancy in on the tackle. That'll bring up a second down and medium. And with that being said, time has expired here in the first quarter. 21-0 your score. We'll see you for second quarter action right after this. Stay with us. Second down and 6, balls on the 24-yard line of Hempfield. Catch in the shotgun on second down. He'll take it, and he'll hand it up to Doyle. No, he won't. It's a play-action pass going deep down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. A little bit of a miscommunication that time with his receiver, Marguson, and it'll bring up a third down. Third and 6, to be exact, for the Black Knights. Four wide receiver set, one high, 3 to the bottom of your screen. Catch, back to pass, looks far sideline, now will scramble to his right. Still looking for an open receiver, and he finally gets one on the near sideline as Abrams is knocked out of bounds.
Complete along the sideline to number 25, Orion Abrams. That's enough to move the chains. That will give Hempfield a first down.
Credit Catch for staying patient and creating space, buying some time. And Abrams able to bail his quarterback out on the near sideline. Drive continues for the Black Knights. Hempfield has talent. We know that. 3 or 4 good receivers and veterans at that. Catch has been the question mark in the preseason and now into the regular season. A lot of pressure on a young man at the high school level.
5, Ethan
Caldwell carries. That's his first of the game.
Tackled in tandem by number 1, Declan Clancy, and number 15,
That'll bring up a second down and 7. So if the Black Knights are able to keep chipping away on this drive, just try to come away with points. Anything they can get would be a positive. And also, not only that, give their defense a rest, because they've been on the field a ton so far, having given up 21 points at the moment. Caldwell in the slot. Doyle to the right of Catch. Caldwell goes in motion. Catch will keep up the gut, and he's got a pretty solid game. It'll bring up about a 3rd and 3. Clancy comes up with his 3rd tackle of the game.
Gain of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
Ball is now spotted.
And the Black Knights are now tested with another 3rd down on this drive. So far for Hempfield, the offensive line has held their own against Manheim Township in the trenches. Catch has certainly been pressured, but he definitely has the athletic ability to escape, and we saw that on his connection to Abrams earlier on this drive. And it's another 1st down for Hempfield. Caban is on that reception, and that being his first of the game. So Catch starting to spread the ball around. Doyle has had a couple touches in the backfield. Abrams, Margison, Charles so far as the leading receiver on this team has been quiet for the most part. Only held the 1 catch. Time continues to run. Hempfield maintaining possession. Caldwell has a carry, looking for a hole, and he's got one as he crosses midfield. Nothing too sexy on this drive, but the ball's moving down the throats of Manheim Township. Manheim Township again on the road, winning 20-18 a week ago at Plymouth Whitemarsh, and that was a battle to the end. Not too many football games you see end 20-18. Clock continues to wind. Hempfield's defense continues to get a breather on the sideline. Catch will keep it himself, but it's read this time beautifully by Manheim Township. Nowhere to run for Catch. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 after a no-gain play. The third down on this drive for the Black Knights. So far, they've converted on both previously. Low snap, Catch looking to the near sideline, and it's caught. What a great play. Inbounds that time, and it's Orion Abrams. Well, I'll tell you what, deja vu momentarily there is Abrams. We saw on the first possession, or I guess I should say the first opportunity on 3rd down of this drive, went out route, near sideline, completed a 6-yard grab. That moved the chains, and he does the same exact thing right there, this time for a little bit more. So that'll bring up another 1st and 10 for the Black Knights as they finally putting together a solid drive here midway through, almost in the 2nd quarter. Caldwell now to the right of Catch. RPO, and Caldwell trucks his way across the 40-yard line and deeper now into Manheim Township territory. Shout out to Abrams. We mentioned Margison and Charles previously because they're the 2 senior leaders with great size and speed and athleticism. And Abrams being a little undersized at the wide receiver position, but arguably the best route runner on this team, and he shows you why right there on that 3rd down. Black Knights have had possession of the football throughout this whole second quarter so far. Catch, back to pass. He pumps, and he's brought down. Luano has his first sack of the game. And there's a positive play for this defense who was leaking oil throughout this possession.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Just like that,
Ball at the blue streak 43-yard line.
the Black Knights face their 4th 3rd down on this drive. This drive started inside of their own 25-yard line, and we have a whistle. 6 minutes exactly to go, and the Black Knights call a timeout. So we're midway through this second quarter, and Hempfield has had possession throughout. Quick timeout, and we'll see next week Governor Mifflin High School in Reading. Wilson versus Governor Mifflin. That's a big-time matchup, and a good rivalry between those teams. Really not only in football, but in any sport. We're looking forward to that. We'll step aside. We'll be right back after this.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Out of a timeout, it's 3rd down and 12. Catch in the shotgun. In motion goes Coyle. Catch back to pass. He's going deep down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Dixon picks it off and returns it for a pretty solid gain across the 30-yard line, and we have a late hit out of bounds.
Intercepted by number 4, Darius Dixon. There is a flag after the play.
So that sucks all the momentum away from the sideline of Hempfield. And we'll see what the penalty is. I'm assuming it's going to be on Hempfield, but we'll have to see.
Personal foul. Blue. 15-yard penalty and 1st down.
So it's the second time Manheim Township has had a positive play, that being a touchdown in the first quarter and now an interception. But after the play was over, they come away with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It's going to back them up 15 yards to their own 17-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. And, again, if you're a Hempfield fan, you have to really feel for your team. As Catch trying to make something out of nothing and just heave one, give his receiver an opportunity to go up and make a play. It's just severely underthrown. And Dixon, who came away with the interception, has the catch. It's a 6-yard pickup for Dixon. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. I think, if anything, if you're Coach Yeager, at least you can tell your team in the huddle on offense, you had the ball, you moved it well down the football field. Don't get too down on yourself. You still have a ton of time left in this football game. Clancy has the carry. He's up across the 25-yard line and almost down near the 30, make it the 29 to be exact. And that's good for Manheim Township 1st down. Gebhard picks up the tackle.
That's a Manheim Township 1st down. Ball is spotted at the 29-yard.
Again, if you're watching for the first time, it seems to me Weiser commands the offense at a very high level. You can see his teammates respond to him and listen. And he just seems to make the right play so far as he hands now Clancy. up across the 35, around the 40-yard line now, and there's a late flag yet again after the play. That's the third or fourth late flag thrown so far in this game. There's been 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties as well. Both have been against Manheim Township. And we'll see if this one's going to be the third.
Holding on blue. Repeat first down.
So no unsportsmanlike conduct penalty this time for the Blue Streaks. However, it's going to be a hold on the offensive line, and it's going to back them up 10 yards or so. And 10 yards to be exact, deeper into their own territory. Well, everything's all fun and games when you're up 21-0, but you definitely want to see the penalties get cleaned up if you're Coach Evans. Weiser back to throw. He's pressured, and it looks like he'll just sling one out of bounds down the near sideline. Pass was intended for the tight end LaRue, and it's incomplete. He's looking for a flag. He's not going to get it.
Ball heads back to the 33-yard line, second down and 6.
So after Dixon's catch on the first play of this drive, not much has happened since. Penalty, incomplete pass. All in all, it's second down and 6 with 5:07 to play until halftime. Ball's on the 33-yard line of Manheim Township. It's a keeper this time for Weiser, and he doesn't have too much to work with there as he's bottled up around the 33-yard line, so it's not going to be any sort of gain. And now it's going to bring up a third down. And if you're Hempfield, you got to get off the field on this play.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down and 4. Ball of the Blue Streak, 35.
Forward progress has Weiser stopped at the 35-yard line. So it'll bring up a third down and 4 exactly. Manheim Township very dangerous in this situation as Clancy goes in motion. Weiser will throw it out to him, get him in space. Clancy has some running room down the near sideline, cuts it back across the 30, now the 20, and he's down around the 10-yard line. The second time the Blue Streaks have put together an impressive third down opportunity, and both of them have resulted on screen passes. Haberbosch with the 68-yard screen pass that he took to the house, and now Clancy almost does the same thing as the ball's now down at the Hempfield 9-yard line. It's a 56 catch and run. 56-yard catch and run there for Clancy. Weiser now will throw it to the near sideline. It's incomplete. Dixon was the intended target. That'll bring up a second down. Score does not tell the whole story of this football game. Hempfield has had opportunities on offense, and they certainly have had opportunities on defense to get off the football field, and so far they haven't been able to do so. The Blue Streaks again threatening inside the red zone. Second down. Weiser gives to Clancy. He'll try the right side, and he's brought down inside the 5-yard line.
Number 1, Declan Clancy on the carry. First met by number 44.
And again, a late flag is thrown after the play. So it's going to bring up a third down for Manheim Township momentarily. We'll see about the flag.
We have a dead ball foul, personal foul with an ejection.
So we have a dead ball foul. It's going to be a personal foul and an ejection. We'll have to see on who. Referee did not state a name or a team. Nevertheless, someone has just been ejected from this game. And you could see it coming with a bunch of personal foul penalties so far and penalties after the play as well, specifically. Referees go over to the Hempfield sideline in discussion. Makes me think one of their players was the one who got ejected. I don't know. Somebody said something. We hear it time and time again. High school players saying the magic word, and that gets them thrown out. And it looks like we're not going to get an explanation. But we do know a Hempfield player was ejected because the ball is now placed on the 2-yard line. It's half the distance to the goal after the penalty. And Weiser will do it himself. He lost the football, gathered it back, and we'll see. No signal yet. And he is just short, so Weiser fumbles on 3rd and goal. It'll bring up a 4th and goal, and it looks like a tush push is going to be applied, and Weiser's into the end zone. It's a Blue Streaks touchdown. You never know what you're going to see on a Friday night football game, and the last 2 drives for both teams have been wild, to say the least. Hempfield starts a drive inside their own 25-yard line. They move it down into enemy territory. Dixon comes away with an interception. Manheim Township faces a 3rd down and 11. You have Clancy taking one all the way down inside the 15-yard line, and then an ejection for Hempfield follows that. And on 4th and goal, Weiser punches one into the end zone for the 4th touchdown tonight for Manheim Township. Morales on for the extra point. He's got it. He's 4 of 4 on extra points so far here tonight. And with 3:10 to play in the second quarter until halftime, it's 28-0. Blue Streaks. Morales set to boot it away for the 5th time here tonight. We're not even halfway through this game yet. 28-0, Manheim Township leads. And Morales kicks it off. It's a pretty solid kick inside of the 5-yard line. And Hempfield's going to try to bring it out.
Kickoff return by number 16, Zion Caban.
Caban on the return. Brings it out across the 10. And Fernandez is in on the tackle.
Kickoff return of about 18 yards.
18-yard return. Started inside the 10 on the kickoff and got it out to about the 20-yard line, 21 to be exact. And that's where this drive will start for the Black Knights. Again, Catch had a solid drive going, leading the offense of Hempfield on his last opportunity out there. And we'll see if he's able to do it again. Mentally draining when your team's down 28-0, however. Low snap, Catch handles it, and he's brought down right around the 10-yard line. And you can see the body language of this Hempfield team starting to turn, and Catch really just kind of gave up on that play and realized there wasn't any opportunity to either, one, throw it away, not too far outside of the tackle box, and not only that, didn't really have a defender, or I should say a receiver in the area. Manheim Township calls a timeout to stop the clock before halftime, looking to get the ball back again next week. We'll be at Governor Mifflin High School. It's Wilson versus Governor Mifflin. So far, both teams have had a solid season. Governor Mifflin beat Hempfield 2 weeks ago, and they're playing tonight. We'll see what the result of that game is going to be. Nonetheless, in Section 1 here in Lancaster County, Manheim Township is going to be a tough out. They were preseason ranked number 1 in their section. Hempfield preseason ranked number 3. And so far, Manheim Township showing you why. They went to the district championship game last year and lost to Harrisburg in overtime. Very easily could have came away with the victory there. Under 3 to play in the second quarter. We'll bring up a second down and 21 after the 11-yard sack from the Blue Streaks. Catch trying all he could. I think the biggest thing, in my opinion, is not being able to get the ball out of his hands early. Needs his receivers to create some space and get open. Caldwell to the right of Catch on second down and long. Nice dump off and a solid catch and run that time, as Krauser has his first reception of the game. So Krauser sneaks out of the backfield and has a good pickup. Not enough for the first down, however, so it'll bring up a third down as the clock continues to wind closer and closer to halftime. Ball's back at the original line of scrimmage. It's third down and 10 from the 21-yard line of Hempfield. Good crowd on hand here tonight, too, for both sides, to be quite honest with you. And the Black Knights looking to keep this drive alive, at least to keep the Blue Streaks off the field yet again. Catch back to pass. Looks for his receiver, and that's caught. And that'll move the chains as Margison has his first reception of the game. It's weird to say that late stages of the second quarter. It's a 10-yard gain. And it'll move the line of scrimmage, and it'll move the change at that. So Margison, listed at 6'3", has just enough for the first down, and that's all you can really ask for here. Doesn't look like the Blue Streaks are going to call any more timeouts. And Abrams has that reception and turns the corner and goes up the near sideline. Dangerous pass there from Catch, almost intercepted. But nevertheless, the Black Knights continue to charge forward here on this drive. Based on how this whole first half has really transpired, if you're Coach Ager of the Black Knights, you have to keep telling your team, hey, we're moving the football down the field. And obviously penalties and, turnovers have cost really both of these teams in this game so far. But for the most part, Catch and company has continued to show improvement on the offensive side of things as the game has gone on. They've not only had some bad luck, but they've shot themselves in the foot also on a few of the drives. 2 screen passes have resulted in 56 yards and 68 yards respectively for Manheim Township that has set up 2 scores in this game. So, of course, big-time plays, but not the home run shot we've seen in previous games so far this season for the 4-0 Blue Streaks. Clancy, for the most part, outside of that screen pass he took for 56 yards, has been quiet, some may say. Caldwell takes the carry. It's a short gain. And Capizzi is in on the tackle. Manheim Township calls timeout. They'll have 1 timeout remaining as they try to get the ball back here before halftime.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite, you invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Hempfield. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to
tell me that this is going to work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
$28-0 your score. Manheim Township leads on their home turf. 1:23 to go until halftime. And after discussion on the Margison catch, it was determined that he was a yard short, so it'll bring up a 4th down and inches catch in the shotgun. And they'll go for it on their own 40-yard line. It's a give to Caldwell. He'll turn the corner. He's got a 1st down and more as he's up near the 49-yard line. And again, don't speak too soon as there's another late flag on the play. 1:16 to go in the second quarter, and it feels like the last 3 minutes of game action have taken a century.
Sideline warning for Manheim Township.
And the penalty is a sideline warning on Manheim Township, so Hempfield will continue to try to move the football here with just over a minute to play until half, and at least try to get in a field goal range to not get shut out in the first half. Black Knights trying to bring some momentum with them into the locker room. Catch, again, handles a low snap. He's going to load up and throw down the middle of the field. It's incomplete, looking for Margison, his intended target. So that'll stop the clock with a minute to play. Ball still in Hempfield territory, but just barely on the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Abrams, bottom of your screen. Margison in the slot, number 13. Catch looking far sideline, and that one's complete. It's Daniels, and he's trucked backwards and down right on the far sideline. Charles tackled inbounds, so the clock continues to wind. But Hempfield, for the second possession in a row, have taken the football from deep inside their own territory and have gone into Manheim Township territory. No points so far to show for it. Catch, near sideline pass, and it's Caldwell. Brought down around the 42-yard line. 23 seconds to go, and we have a timeout. Hempfield calls time. Again, I mentioned it on the beginning of this drive. If Hempfield's able to move the football yet again and try to get into Manheim Township territory and even field goal range to come away with points, they'd have to feel at least relatively good considering how things have transpired here in the first half going into the locker room. So we'll see what the next 23 seconds and change has to show for both of these teams. Again, Wilson and Governor Mifflin will play next week. It'll be right here on the Flagship Network. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, the Wild Missing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, the Surgical Institute of Reading, Maze Sandwich Shop, and the Bulldog Hour. Again, our 4th game here so far this season. It's been a lot of fun to cover. Basketball season going right into football season, and again, basketball season is coming. So again, hopefully you guys enjoy the product that we're putting out here, and it's been a lot of good high school football. Again, I'm from the Philadelphia area, so high school football is not as big as it is out here in the Lancaster area, but it's definitely fun to watch. Definitely energizes me as a broadcaster up here in the booth when you see the cheerleaders, the fans, everyone involved who puts these broadcasts together. Got to give a quick shout out to them. Appreciate their hard work and wouldn't be able to do it if people didn't come. So Manheim Township putting on a great performance so far this season, and the fans have come to watch. 4-0, looking to make it 5-0 here with a 28-0 lead in the first half. Catch throws it over to middle. Krauser has the reception. He's across the 30-yard line, and he's brought down around the 26. Clock continues to wind, and it'll be a timeout. Krauser, earlier on this drive, had a very similar play out of the backfield. And it was a little dump off. He was able to run for about 10 yards this time. Catch spikes it. And it's even a bigger gain for Krauser. His second reception. Both of them have come on this drive. And there's 14 seconds to go. Hempfield taking what the defense gives them. Great to see as well for Hempfield. They're running the ball efficiently and passing the ball efficiently on this drive so far. Each team with one timeout remaining. As Catch is in the shotgun. Back to pass yet again. Has a clear pocket. Steps up. Far sideline grab, and it's Charles on the reception. Charles has his third catch of the game. Two of them have come on this drive. Rodriguez in on the stop. We're under 10 seconds to play as Charles was knocked out of bounds to stop the clock. Ball's marked on the 18-yard line. It's a 3rd down and 1. P.J. Poole, number 8, a late substitution onto the field. 3 wide receivers set to the bottom of your screen. You have 2 up top, so all in all, it's a 5 wide receiver set. Backfield's cleared, and that pass is incomplete as Catch was looking to pull. So there's 5 seconds to go. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
That'll bring up 4th down and 1. Ball remains at the Blue Streak 18-yard line.
Brady Biscoe will be on for the field goal attempt to try to give his team points heading into the locker room. A whistle and a timeout. Typical icing of the kicker from the Blue Streaks.
Timeout called by the Blue Streaks. That is their final timeout this half.
Dom Rodriguez jogging off the field, number 22 for Manheim Township, holding that right hamstring, it looked like. So we'll have to monitor that.
Our new Athletic Hall of Fame inductees. Immediately after that presentation, we'll have a great performance by the Hempfield Marching Band.
Catch has led back-to-back impressive drives, but so far there's been no points to show for it. Briscoe will try to change that after this timeout. Beautiful night for football here on a Friday night in Lancaster County. Again, our 4th game here on the flagship network for Mike Drago Sports. And more to come. So Biscoe, again, on for the field goal attempt. Catch, his quarterback, will be the holder. And we have a whistle. And we have another timeout. So Hempfield calls a timeout, and they ice their own kicker. A very interesting strategy, in my opinion. But nevertheless, both teams now have no timeouts remaining. Take a look at our sponsors here. So far this season, and really moving forward, it's been a big part to have their support. Wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. We all have fun doing it. It's all our passion. Biscoe, for the 3rd time, will try to line up and kick this field goal. We'll see if anybody runs onto the football field and maybe stop this one again, as I say sarcastically. Biscoe trying to make up for his 12-yard punt earlier on in that first quarter. This one would be big, and that's an understatement. Good snap, and it's partially blocked. Manheim Township defensive line gets their hand up on it.
Field goal attempt by number 24, Brady Biscoe, is no good. pressuring the kick was
looks like Charlie Hill.
Charlie Hill.
He's the one who got his hand up and deflected the kick from Briscoe. Good snap. It was a good hold. It looked like a pretty accurate kick, but you can't really say that when it gets blocked at the line of scrimmage. So Manheim Township stands tall. And on back-to-back drives for Hempfield, they come away with no points. Manheim Township bends but doesn't break. They come away with an interception and a blocked field goal attempt on back-to-back drives. The Blue Streaks will take a knee, and that'll do it here for the first half of play. Manheim Township comes out firing. They score on their first 3 possessions of the game to make it 21-0. All in all, it's 28-0. And they stand tall, as I mentioned, defensively on that last drive from Hempfield. 28-0 your score at half. Stay tuned for the halftime report and the third quarter as well, right here in Lancaster County. Max Gratzula on the call. Welcome into the halftime report, everyone. My name is Max Kretzel. We're here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Manheim Township currently leads this one against Hempfield 28-0. Manheim Township scored on their first 3 possessions of the football game, and they've done so at a high level behind Declan Clancy and their quarterback, Carson Weiser. He's been throwing the ball lights out, 2 screen passes. His teammates have really had his back, Clancy, and, of course, Rodriguez taking those to the house. So that's how they got their first 2 touchdowns, and then it became the rushing attack and the turnovers. Dixon with an interception there late in the second quarter, able to flip the football field, and they went 75 yards right down the field and scored. For Catch and company on the other side of things for Hempfield, they've moved the ball pretty well, especially on back-to-back drives to end that second quarter. They've come away with no points, one ending in the interception by Dixon and the other one ending in a missed field goal attempt, that being blocked at the line of scrimmage by Briscoe. So they have the strengths, they have the momentum mentally, I feel like, not obviously in the scoreboard when it comes to that, but they've shown the ability to move the football down the field, starting deep in their own territory and then moving into Township territory. They haven't scored points yet. We'll see what happens in the second half. Again, stay with us. 28-0 your score currently. Max Kretzel on the call for the Flagship Network and Mike Drago Sports. Everyone.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart. know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons.
Third quarter action underway. Hempfield deferred. They receive here in the third quarter. And the return is just shy of the 20-yard line. So Hempfield back to work on the offensive side of things. Looking for their third straight drive. Going from deep in their own territory to crossing midfield and hoping this time they come away with points. Catch has spread the ball around at a high level in that first half. 3 or more receivers catching at least one ball. Margison's been fed. He's got 2, and that one is just going absolutely nowhere. Doyle bottled up in the backfield. And back to the point, Margison with 2 catches. Charles with 3. And Abrams with 2. Krauser has 2 as well. Doyle working also as a pass catcher out of the backfield. He's got a catch. Early on in this season, we saw Doyle get majority of the work out of the backfield spot. Now Caldwell is starting to eat into those carries a little bit here in week 5. Catch. As I say that, Doyle catches a screen, and he's got a chunk yard play and pick up a few. So not considered a chunk yardage, but it's a positive yards at that, and he'll be up around the 24-yard line.
That is going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Ball at the 23-yard line.
Catch, back to pass, throwing deep over the middle of the field, looking for Margison in double coverage. It's incomplete.
Pass in the area of number 13, Cam Margison falls incomplete. 4th down and 6. Ball heads back to the 23-yard line.
So they'll bring up a 4th down and 6, and it's a 3 and out for Hempfield to open this third quarter. Austin Will, honorary captain here at halftime. 4-year player at Manheim Township, graduated in 2013, was on Mike Evans' roster during his first season as a head coach here for the Blue Streaks. Another poor punt from Briscoe.
That'll be a punt of 19 yards. Blue Streaks will take over on offense. 1st and 10. Ball at the Hempfield 42-yard line.
So Manheim Township will start their first drive here in the second half in enemy territory. Ball's marked at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Weiser takes the snap and gives to Clancy. He's got a nice run on the left side as he maneuvers his way across the 35-yard line.
Tackled in tandem by number 9, Eddie Asadu, and number 5, Ethan Caldwell. Gain of 9 yards on the play.
It's a 9-yard pickup for Clancy. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1.
33-yard line.
Ball's on the 33-yard line. Dixon catches the screen, works his way across the 20-yard line, and he's brought down, out of bounds around the 15. We saw Dixon with the interception in the second quarter, and now making his mark on the offensive side of things. And it's a Manheim Township first down as they continue to push towards the end zone.
Ball is now in the TD Mills red zone. Gain of 16 on the previous play. First and 10 from the 17-yard line.
It's a 16-yard pickup for Dixon. And it's a crowded backfield. Valou has the carry. And there's a late flag down on the play. Valou actually had the lead block. Clancy was the ball carrier. My apologies.
Holding. Blue.
Manheim Township commits the penalty. It's a hold. So that'll back them up 10 yards. Again, saw a ton of penalties in the first half. We'll see if that continues here in the second.
Penalty will move the ball back to the 27-yard line.
Ball's marked at the 27-yard line. It's first down and 20. No panic in this Blue Hens team, and for obvious reasons, they have the talent. And Weiser will throw deep corner near the end zone, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended for Dixon.
Dixon falls incomplete. In coverage on the play, number 14, Gabe Williams. Second down and 20. Ball heads back to the 27-yard line.
Weiser not known for his rushing ability. 6 carries last week for 0 yards. But he is obviously dangerous with the arm. And when you have a talent like Clancy in the backfield, it certainly makes it a lot easier as Clancy gets his number called, and good defense there from Hempfield's defensive line.
Off to number 1, Declan Clancy. First met by number 34, Jordan Burkhart. One yard gained on the play, third down and 19. Ball at the 26-yard line.
Screen pass on, and Clancy's met almost immediately. So what looked like a promising drive for Manheim Township starting to go backwards after the holding penalty. And bring up a third down and long. And we have a flag on the play.
Personal foul. White, 15-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
So when Hempfield has things going back in their direction when it comes to a couple of plays there for Manheim Township, they commit a personal foul, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll set up the Blue Streaks in prime position to score their 5th touchdown of the game.
With the penalty, ball is moved up to the 14-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 7.
Pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. And we have yet another penalty on the play. And it looks like it's going to be a personal foul on Manheim Township. That one I saw.
Personal foul. Blue, it's a dead ball foul. We're going to have first down, White.
So not only do the Blue Streaks turn the ball over on downs, Hempfield will move up 15 yards closer to enemy territory around midfield for this drive. And it'll give them some breathing room out of their own end zone. Personal foul went against one of the offensive linemen for Manheim Township after the play was over. Dead ball foul, of course. Ball's on the 29-yard line. It's 1st and 10, catch in the backfield. And he'll give it up to Coyle. And he's met pretty quickly.
Tackled in tandem by number 4, Darius Dixon, and number 51, Thomas Capizzi. Timeout called for injury.
Doyle shaken up on the play, will step aside due to injury. 28-0 your score, 8:02 to play in the third quarter.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes.
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well,
so
it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
no, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Hempfield. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities.
Catch back to pass after the injury timeout, and it's complete. Krauser has his third reception of the game. And we'll see what happens with Doyle. Again, he was the injured Black Knight after the play, the running back. He will get up under his own power and head to the sideline.
Ball is up on the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
That'll make a 3rd down and 7. Hempfield faced with yet another 3rd down. And they were able to convert 2 of them. Late stages of that second quarter as Caldwell now is in the backfield. He's in it for pass protection. And that pass is intercepted. Capazzi with the pick. And it's a late hit. Man, he was just absolutely blown up after the play. Wow. I mean, there's late hits, and then there's just absolutely blowing a guy up, and I think the latter took place right there. Lou Brault just absolutely hammered Capazzi after the play was over. And Capazzi, not only that, was he was actually able to return it. Pretty solid gain now inside. It looks like the 30-yard line.
Unsportsmanlike penalty on blue.
The interception by Capizzi will stand. The penalty moves the ball back 15 yards. Blue Streaks will have the ball on offense. 1st and 10 from the Hempfield 44-yard line.
So after the personal foul penalty against Manheim Township, they'll have possession, but they're backed up 15 yards. And Clancy has some running room, and he breaks free across the 30-yard line, and he's brought down around the 25. Right up the gut, and Clancy continues to show why he's one of the best running backs in the county.
That'll move those My Home property management chains. That's a Manheim Township 1st down. 19 yards gained on the play, 1st and 10. Ball on the Hempfield 25-yard line.
This is where Clancy can pick up a bunch of stats on the ground as Manheim Township continues to milk the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Clancy gets it again, makes a first cut, and he makes a couple of men miss as he maneuvers past the defensive line and gets into the secondary.
Declan Clancy up the middle.
Brought down around the 15-yard line.
Apart by number 17, Rylan Buckwalter. That is a gain of 11 yards. That'll move those My Home property management chains. That's another Manheim Township 1st down.
So Manheim Township picks up another 1st down.
Is in the TD Mills red zone. 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks. Ball at the 14-yard line.
Ball's at the 14-yard line. Under 6 to go in the 3rd quarter. Motion. Weiser throws the screen. And wide open is Amalo, and he is down around the 1-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 10, Lex Haberbosch. There is a flag.
And there is yet another flag down on the field.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 29-yard line.
So after the 15-yard penalty, ball's back to the 29-yard line. Manheim Township continues to move the ball forward and then a little bit back, but based on the talent level, they're continuing to charge forward as Dixon makes a couple of men miss, and he's down around the 15-yard line. So just like that, after the penalty, Blue Streaks get it right back after the catch and pass. Weiser to Dixon.
Ball moves back into the TD Mills red zone. Gain of 14 on the play. Ball is at the 15-yard line. Second down and 11.
Dixon continues to get fed. Didn't have a target in the 1st quarter, but they're starting to pile up here in the 3rd. Clancy hit hard after a short gain of about 2.
Declan Clancy, met on the play by number 44, David Ennis. One-yard gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line.
Oh, he broke the huddle with too many.
Third and 10. Weiser scrambles out, and he has to pivot, and he's brought down as he's met by a couple of white jerseys. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Quarterback sacked by Hempfield in tandem, number 59, Caleb Hernandez, and number 84, Caden Buckwalter.
Yes, Ramel, go. Ramel, go.
Caden Buckwalter in on the stop.
Loss of 8 yards on the play brings up 4th down and 18 from the 22-yard line.
Johnny Morales, 4 of 4 on extra points. This is his first field goal attempt of the game. And it's a 32-yarder. It's up, and it's good. So Morales, 4 of 4 on extra points. He's now 1 of 1 from field goals, and it's 31-0. Manheim Township putting a beat down now on Hempfield. Not the story of the entire game, however, if you start to finish so far in this one. 3:23 to go in the third. We'll step aside.
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well, it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
No, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Hempfield. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get.
So after the field goal, Morales will boot it back to Hempfield. Again, 31-0 your score. It's been all Manheim Township. Hempfield has had their opportunities, but coming out of the locker room, they went 3 and out, and they'll take this one out. As Caban is brought down around the 22-yard line.
With the return. Met by a couple defenders, including number 16, Luke Wagner. Hempfield will head back out on offense. They'll have
Really the big mistake here, big picture speaking, I guess, is the interception from Catchdown on the last drive. But even with the interception to Dixon in the first half, that was almost more like a punt. But then Clancy went 56 yards into enemy territory around the 15-yard line of Hempfield, and then Manheim Township was able to punch it in after that. So Catch trying to rebound off a mistake. Hands to Caldwell, and he's met immediately, and he's swallowed up for no gain.
Hand off to number 5, Ethan Caldwell. First man on the play by number 51, Thomas Capizzi.
Capizzi with the interception on the last drive. And now we have an injured Black Knight on the field. Jordan Burkhardt is the injured Black Knight. Step aside for an injury timeout.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Out of a timeout. Catch has an empty backfield as he's back to pass, looking deep down the far sideline, and it's incomplete, just out of the reach of his intended target.
Intended for number 8, P.J. Poole, falls incomplete.
P.J. Poole
In coverage, number 13, Jaden Reed-Jones, and number 23.
just one step behind the pass, and it's incomplete. Bring up a 3rd down and 11 as Poole walks to the sideline. Bull had a step on his defenders. Another empty backfield for catch. Trying to keep his team from getting shut out tonight. And it's batted down and incomplete. Brault falls on it.
Catch falls incomplete. Pressure and deflection on the play by number 44, Taylor Vayu.
Vayu, he's been everywhere in the backfield on offense, and now is the defensive end. Ball's at the 23-yard line. And Hempfield will face a 4th and 11. Brady Bisco on to punt it back. Not his best night punting. This one looks pretty decent. And it takes a Manheim Township bounce out of bounds around the Blue Streaks 40-yard line. So we'll see how much longer we see the starters here for Manheim Township. Weiser has had a really effortless, great game in the pocket. I mean, if you watch this one from start to finish, barely looks like he's breaking his sweat out there, making it look pretty easy. But then you look up at the scoreboard, and it's 31-0. Clancy, on the other hand, you know he has to work from the running back position, but he's put his head down and run with authority. He's out in motion on this play. Screen pass to Dixon. He's met by a couple of white jerseys, breaks the first tackle, and he's brought down after looks to be about a 5 or 6 yard gain. So Dixon's starting to get fed here in the second half.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Gain of 4. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 as we're under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Weiser goes all the way to the sidelines to talk to his coaching staff before getting the play. Now back in the huddle. Clancy, an all-section linebacker a year ago, and a 1,000-yard rusher as well. Dixon will try the other side this time. Makes one man miss and makes another one miss as he's brought down around the 32-yard line. Dixon catches a screen on one side of things and then tries the other. Both result in solid gains as Manheim Township continues to charge towards the end zone. It's a 22-yard pickup for Dixon. He'll get a breather as he jogs off. 1:24 and counting in the third quarter. Feliciano in motion. And it's Clancy on the rush.
Gain of 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
It's a 6-yard pickup for Clancy. Under a minute to play in the third. It's 2nd down and 4. Clancy gets his number called yet again, maneuvers through a couple of defenders, and we have a late flag as he's met around the 20-yard line.
But there's a flag on the play. First and 10 for the Blue Streaks.
So penalties on on Hempfield. And Clancy finds a hole, making a couple of bodies miss. Still on his feet, down towards the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown. Declan Clancy. Well, he shows you the speed to get through the hole, then the lateral quickness to push a couple of bodies off of him near the sideline. And then again charge towards the goal line for the touchdown. Clancy's skill set shown on display throughout on one rush. Morales on for the extra point. And he's got it. 37-0 Blue Streaks. We'll be back after this.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Out of a timeout. 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Morales 6 of 6 on extra points. And he's a perfect 7 of 7 kicking overall with the field goal included. So Morales will kick it back to Hempfield. They'll continue to try to throw something at the wall and see if it sticks on offense. Kavan bringing it out deep in his own end zone, and he's brought down around the 15-yard line. Probably not the best decision, but
Is returned by number 16, Zion Kavan. First met by number 24, J.P. Gonzalez.
Gonzalez makes the tackle on special teams. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. 38-0 your score. We'll see if Hempfield can get on the scoreboard when the fourth quarter begins right after this.
And that will do it for the third quarter of play. Blue Streaks out the lead. They're up 38-0.
Welcome to the Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We're a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Start of the fourth quarter, Hempfield will begin this drive on their own 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Larry Gwynn into the game for the first time. Excuse me, that's Holmes, but point is we have a couple of backups into the game now for Hempfield.
2 yards on the play, second down and 12, ball at the 15-yard line.
Kevin Holmes Jr. has catch now out of the ball game. 38-0. And Coach Egger doesn't want to risk any injuries. Brandon Day in the backfield with Doyle out of the game. Again, he picked up the injury on the last drive. And that pass is incomplete.
Pass intended for number 16, Zion Caban, falls incomplete.
Pass was intended for Caban.
Number 24, JP Gonzalez.
Gonzalez on the stop.
Down and 12. Ball heads back to the 15-yard line.
Third down and 12. Ball on the 15-yard line of Hempfield. Clock continues to wind. Holmes takes the snap, and it looks like there may have been some movement up front. And it's a false start on Hempfield. Well, Hempfield will have to go back to the drawing board again. Preseason pick to be third in this section. They're 2-2 on the season. And they'll have to regroup after a pretty massive whooping right here on the road. Holmes will scramble out to his right, create some space, and pass goes incomplete. In and out of the hands of Caban on the far sideline. He's frustrated with himself, thought he should have had it. A pretty good ball there from Holmes, to be quite honest with you. But that'll bring up a 4th down and 17. Ball's marked at the 10-yard line. Briscoe will be on to punt this one back to Township. And the Blue Streaks will call a timeout. Timeout on the field, 38-0 your score. Next week will be at Governor Mifflin High School. Wilson will take on the Mustangs. Wilson 3-1, Mifflin 2-2. We'll see the results of their respective games later tonight, but that should be a great matchup and a great environment there at Mifflin High. Briscoe going to punt this one from his own end zone. And the punt's away. It's not the best. And it's picked up. And the Blue Streaks, a pretty solid return on that note. Feliciano thought about letting that one roll out. Instead, found an opportunity, took advantage of it, and now pushes the football back deeper into Hempfield territory little by little. Biscoe struggling tonight, especially when it comes to punting the football. That's his third punt that's gone less than 30 yards. 8:41 to play and counting here in the fourth quarter.
To number 6, Jake Arcudi.
Jake Arcudi in for the first time at the running back position in place of Clancy. He gets his first carry of the game. It's a 7-yard carry.
If you think you are missing a phone, you can report to the press box and we'll see if it's yours. Gain of 7 on the run by Arcudi. Second down.
Jack Kneff,
3, ball at the 27-yard line.
junior quarterback, replaces Weiser. Jaden Reed-Jones to the top of your screen. A couple of backups now into the game for the Blue Streaks. And on that note, Reed-Jones went to run before he caught the pass, and it's incomplete.
13, Jaden Reed-Jones falls incomplete. Coverage on the play by number 13, Cam Margison. 3rd down and 3. Ball is at the Hempfield 27-yard
They'll
line.
bring up a 3rd down and 3. Kneff getting the plays from the sidelines at the quarterback position. Again, Weiser and Clancy, the quarterback and running back respectively for the Blue Streaks, both out of the game. And a blowout.
Timeout called by the Blue Streaks.
Timeout, Manheim Township 38-0. 6:49 to play. Shout out to our sponsors before we head to break. Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, the Wild Missing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, the Surgical Institute of Reading, Mays Sandwich Shop at the Bulldog Hour. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Out of a timeout, it's 3rd down and 3. Kneff in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws it out quick. It's a solid screen opportunity. And running with the football is Dodder, and he has the 1st down for Manheim Township. So out of the timeout, they wanted to talk it over. Coach Evans draws up a solid play. And not surprising considering what was working earlier on in this ballgame, especially in the first half. Clancy had a screen for about 56 yards. We saw Dixon with a screen for a massive touchdown as well. Haber-Bosch with the 68-yard touchdown on the out route. I mean, all the short routes have been working to perfection so far for Manheim Township tonight. It hasn't been one of those games where you have big plays through the air down the field. It's little by little. It's chunk plays with Clancy out of the backfield and then the short in and out routes across the middle and to the sidelines. Arcudi has a small gain. That'll bring up a 2nd down. Buckwalter in on the stop.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 18-yard line.
No gain on the play. Ball's at the 18-yard line of Hempfield. Luano, number 31 for Township, jogging onto the field now. Seems to be a Michigan fan with the yellow and blue cleats. Michigan type of symbol M on the towel. Kneff takes the snap, hands off to Arcudi to the outside, looking to the sideline, and he's out of bounds around the 9-yard line, maybe 9.5-yard line at that. We're under 5 to play in the 4th quarter. It's been all Blue Streaks. Again, Max Gretzel on the call for the Flagship Network. It's been, again, all Manheim Township. But if you saw this one in the first half, as we have another flag on the play, of course, perfect timing because that's been a huge story here tonight. The personal foul penalties. We had one member of the Hempfield team ejected in the first half as well with a personal foul penalty. And Manheim Township, on that note, is going to pick up the holding call. So they'll back them up 10 yards. Great performance all around for Manheim Township, but especially on offense with Weiser, Clancy as well. Dixon got hot there, end of the 2nd quarter, into the 3rd. So you have to be happy for Coach Evans with how your ball club has really performed so far tonight in front of your home crowd. 2nd and 10. Kneff again takes the snap, hands to Arcudi, who finds a hole. Down past the 20-yard line, through the 15, and he's brought down around the 13-yard line. The holes have opened up, not only for Clancy, but now they're starting to open up for Arcudi. So credit the offensive line for moving up front. And the rushing attempts, not only working to perfection so far, but even the backups are getting in on the party.
Red zone at the 12-yard line.
Clock continues to run, under 4 to play in the fourth quarter. Ball's marked at the Hempfield 12-yard line. Hempfield's defense going to need some serious ice baths after this game, after being out on the field, it seems, forever. Kneff takes the snap. Arcudi will get his number called yet again, and this time he maneuvers his way down to about the 4.5-yard line. Positive gains after positive gains for this Manheim Township squad, and they're continuing to bleed clock and continuing to charge towards the end zone for, again, what would be their 6th touchdown of the night. Kneff hasn't had to do too much here on this drive. Just continues to hand the ball off to Arcudi. So far, Arcudi's performed at a pretty solid level in a backup role to Clancy. And we have a whistle as the draw play took place. Yeah, it's going to be a false start. Just as I say, Arcudi's doing a solid job. It looked like he was the one who left a little early from his position. So that'll back up Township 5 yards.
Penalty is on the Blue Streaks. Moves the ball back 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 7. Ball at the 15-yard line.
Well, Manheim Township certainly has had a plethora of penalties here tonight. And against Hempfield, a team that has sputtered offensively, that could not come back to hurt you, but in a game where you're playing a tougher opponent, it certainly will, as Morales is on for his 2nd field goal attempt here tonight, and it's blocked at the line of scrimmage. So the first blemish of the night on Morales' line. He was previously 5 of 5 on extra points and 1 for 1 with the field goals, but that one is blocked. And with 2:09 remaining in this ball game, it's still 38-0. Blue Streaks.
With the block kick, ball will head back to the 20-yard line. Hempfield will have the ball 1st and 10.
Hempfield will have possession 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. It'll probably be their last opportunity to avoid a shutout, as we're under 2 to play now in the 4th. Holmes still in the ballgame at the quarterback position. This will be a 2nd drive as he scrambles out of the pocket and gets to the far sideline, throws it into dangerous territory, and Marguson couldn't hold on. And that was 44 David Ennis. Excuse me, that was incomplete. But again, Holmes just trying to make something happen here with only 1:34 to play. Holmes throws, and it's an out route. Vasan Chan. He's got the reception. The junior has his first catch of the game. And that'll leave Hempfield with only 1 play left, I would assume, in this one.
1st and 10 for Hempfield.
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Holmes fakes the run, and that pass is incomplete.
Pass intended for number 36, Logan Doherty, is incomplete. In coverage, number 27, Jaden Simmons.
And that should just about do it. Under 10 to play. And it doesn't look like Hempfield will run another play. Your final score. The Manheim Township Blue Streaks 38, the Hempfield Black Knights 0. Hempfield gets shut out on the road against Manheim Township. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Served for many years as the Chief Financial Officer of the Manheim Township School District. He also served as an elected board member of the Board of School Directors of the
Wilson's upcoming slate of games. First game coming up this Saturday.
The slammer takes.
He was much more serious than I expected.
All right.
Well,
so
it wasn't an invite. You invited yourself.
no, we were just like, hey, are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do it early this
Wilson
time.
alum and Super Bowl champion Chad Hempfield. Thanks for having me, guys.
For the time period you played in, there weren't a lot of losses to talk about when you were on the team.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't lose often.
I just think that each year, you get a different group of kids with different personalities, different ways that they learn, and it's that challenge that you continue to.
Tell me if this is really work. So we'll see about that. We'll know in a few weeks.
So hopefully we will have lots and lots of interviews for you throughout the next couple months.
Welcome to the Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home. UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Did you know one of the nation's top surgical hospitals is right here in Berks County? At the Surgical Institute of Reading, our physicians take ownership of their patients' care. Our award-winning clinical teams have a vested interest in the quality care you receive. We use the latest state-of-the-art equipment to assist our surgeons in a wide variety of specialty areas. There is a better option for your care. Surgical Institute of Reading. Discover for yourself what sets us apart.